Hey YouTube, welcome to night farming. It's April 21, 2021. Okay, so night farming means doing stuff outside, but also nighttime farming, getting ready for the summertime plants. Turn this light off here, a little noisy. Okay, gotta record this so it's understood what's happening. I should have showed this a little earlier. But let's see here. We have zucchini, a few different kinds. I like my patty pan squash, these scallops we're going to be planting here. I've got cucumbers started. Let's see here. These cucumbers are seeds that were saved from last year, so they're passed on from cucumber plants from last year. These are regular pickling cucumbers. We make wonderful kimchi with them. This one here, Japanese long cucumbers. Just put them back in a bag here, but you get the idea. All these seeds, as you can see, are from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. Okay? And I really like these Japanese cucumbers, so I do have to pull them out of the bag and show. Because one reminds us a lot of Japan, and we can get these and grow our own, pick our own, and do whatever we like with them. So these are the Suyo Long, and it's an Asian cucumber, it says, and they grow just wonderfully. But that does remind me, actually, if I have some heirloom Japanese, I should grow those too. So some of these aren't labeled. I know I labeled everything from last year. Here we go. Cool. So grew a few of these last year. They really came out well. And again, kept the seeds from a couple of big ones right here. So Japanese cucumber, this will make us all happy. And these I've never tried, actually. So this is something new. It says Asian cucumber Suyulong, and with the Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, they've never been poor. All of their seeds are heirloom. 95%, especially when you're in your squash and cucumbers and things like that, these seeds will really do a good job of sprouting. So, and as you can see, cucumber seeds are some of the easiest to harvest. Over the seasons, I've kept some. If you need some, give a holler. Okay, so I do think I'll need to pack another one of these. And at the same time, we've got some costata romanesca. I'm going to put some long zucchini in here. Zucchinis are there. And I do need to grow some more summer squash. The patty pans aren't enough to cut it. And then over in this thing, this is a potting mix. I want to go ahead and just do some holes just like that. And that's what I've already done here. So all these seeds are covered up, and the median is this coconut core. Nice, light, fluffy, very sterile. Doesn't even have an odor to it, almost. In here, in the potting mix, I'm going to try to get some sunflowers started now and make a pretty little patch of them and see if I can grow them in a couple of different spots. So I'm going to try this once and then see if it works and try it a couple more times. Now, it's a little early. Well, maybe not a little early. A lot of these seeds here, I think, say 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks before last spring frost. I always use Mother's Day as 2 weeks before, and Mother's Day's coming up. So maybe I'm actually a little bit behind schedule. Okay, typical. At the same time, I think I just grab a mat from over there and put it under here till these sprout up. Don't have to move them anywhere. I'll get them off the floor, but I'll just do a little setup here. Just transplanted seedlings from here last night. That sound is the light needs to be replaced, but really don't feel like it. That light will last this season. And so far, Costco has the best deal on these LED tubes. I don't have any in use here. I have them in other places, and I want to put those in, and that ought to be fun. Because I really don't need fancy grow lights to get seedlings started. This is potting mix. This is coconut core, where all the seeds start. These seeds will, eventually come up, and then they'll have to go under light. So these are all coming along fine. We've got lots of different plants, flowers, marigold, 4 o'clocks, butter crunch lettuce, few different types of tomatoes, mostly the smaller version, cherry and medium size, like a meatball sized tomato. 4 o'clock coming up there, peppers, parsley. So that's already kind of, let's see here. So with that, I'll have to go ahead and take some of these plants, start the new hydroponic system with them. Now as we come up, let's see here. These plants were transplanted about a week ago. Coming along fine. Pepper, tomato. So here, hot pepper, tomato, hot pepper, parsley, tomato. Ooh, love lies bleeding. Let's hope that grows big and tall. And some lettuce here. I believe that could be beginning of a catnip. Catnip, that's what that is. And I forget what that is. So over here we got more flowers coming along well. 4 o'clocks. The big ones you see are the 4 o'clocks. We've got basil down here. Let's see here. Sometimes I like to grow plants 2 at a time together, basil or lettuces. Okay. And here we come up to the bigger fun stuff now. These plants are maybe 3 weeks old. Just a little older than the ones right below. Okay. Got some more catnip coming along here. More love lies bleeding. Basil's coming along. You can see it's basil now. Lettuce is forming up. Hot pepper. Now, this is the fun stuff. This is the mammoth basil. This is beautiful. This plant will get so big. And that's why I'm growing more than one. So, really got to do a good job of trying to harvest these seeds. They're beautiful. See, I got 2 going here. I might take one out and transplant it on its own to save resources there. Here we got a butter crunch lettuce coming along nicely. Some mesclun. Tomato plants starting to grow. Parsley's coming along. So already on top of what's already been planted out there, there's more coming online. I'll start putting that outside a little bit more here. More and more coming online. And as for the cracky system, 2 have been used up, and we've still got this larger system producing salads regularly. So I'm going to just come in and replace this one. And eventually this might have another week or so with it. I don't want to yank these and replace these. Basil didn't work out. I want to start all of the plants. Key point, start all of your plants all at the same time, period. Save a lot of trouble. Okay. So there you have it. Garden update for the day. Even though we're not out in the garden, out here in the green room. Green room's the cool room. You don't need a lot of space to do it. I probably got an area here, maybe, I've measured it so many times, I've forgotten, about 60 square feet. Okay, so a little bit of imagination. You can work in a smaller space, you can work in a larger space. And as you can see, this is collapsible, and that's why I like doing it vertical. It doesn't always have to stay like this, and then if you ever need any of these materials here, you got them, accessible. But I know it looks crude and rough, but gosh, does it work. And it's inexpensive. When you build one, you build another. And that's what we do here at Build and Grow. So we can eat, and you can too. Get prepared.